Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
You know where to get the purchase order?
Once again.
That same location.
Accounts.
In that same location, yeah. Just do it. Do it again. Do that again. In focus on the exercise.
Same. Like, it's purchase order.
Yeah. Do that for purchase order.
It's not coming. I'm not able to change.
No, go
It should be alter.
take alter, not
Okay, once again. Automatic use advanced configuration. Should I give something? No.
yeah, enter. You make the changes.
No, in this nothing has come.
Go to use advanced configuration.
One second.
Yeah. Enter. There, put yes.
Okay. Okay. Starting from. It can be similar, right?
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, these are two different vouchers, so you can use the same.
Okay. See. Starting from the value. Applicable from.
No. Okay, you made purchase order. We have not yet enabled purchase order, I guess. So we have to enable it. For you to be able to enable purchase order, take features F11.
Hmm.
You take F2, that is inventory features.
F.
2, F2.
Okay. Function two. Okay.
Right. And then you come right down, you will see order processing. Order process.
Yeah.
Yeah. You enable purchase order and sales order. So yes. Come down. Yeah, you can enable that also. So yes. So come down, save. So the shortcut key to save is Control A. Good. So go back to gateway of Tally. You can easily use your shortcut key from there to switch to purchase order. So you should be mindful of every shortcut key I mentioned. That will help you to work swiftly on your system. So you can see your purchase order in order voucher.
Order vouchers. Okay.
Yeah, the shortcut key to purchase order is Alt F4. That's it on your right hand.
Alt F-O.
Alt F4.
F-O. Okay. No.
Good.
Okay.
So you can see our voucher numbering.
Yeah.
Good. So the second voucher will be A002. So it's a number by default, but using the customized format.
Okay. 1 minute, 1 second. Excuse me.
Yeah. So now we are going to start with transactions. We are going to
Okay.
walk through the purchase cycle using 7 vouchers.
Okay.
Normally, in every purchase cycle, let's say, for example, your company wish to make some purchase, all right?
Mm.
So what they will do is, at the very first time, they are going to send an inquiry. They're going to
Mm.
send an inquiry note or a letter of inquiry to different vendors.
Okay. Quotation.
Right? Yeah, not a quotation, actually.
Ah, yeah.
So when this letter of inquiry are sent to the different vendors will respond with a quotation,
Mm.
all right?
Mm.
So on the quotation, it will contain the terms of trade. So
Mm.
your company now will sit back and reflect on the different quotation and decide which quotation to select.
Okay.
So the particular quotation that they select or the particular vendor that they select will depend on the best terms of trade that will be provided to them. It can be in terms of discount, it can be in terms of credit days, it can be in terms of maybe free delivery.
Okay.
All right. So what happens is when they select one, they will send now an LPO.
Okay.
An LPO is like an authorization sent by the client to the vendor saying that they want a particular item stated in their LPO. So this LPO will be prepared 2 copies.
Okay.
One will be sent to the vendor and another will be sent to the warehouse. All right.
Okay.
For the storekeeper.
Okay.
So is that when the vendor receives this LPO, they will deliver the item. These
Okay.
items will go to the warehouse and the storekeeper or the store manager will receive the item with what? A good receipt note. So in the very first process, we are going to commence with the LPO, right?
Okay.
And where you have the party account name is the name of the supplier.
Okay.
to whom you are sending the LPO to.
Okay.
So did you create any supplier yesterday?
Yeah.
Right. Let's assume you did not create. Now, one thing you should notice, at the time of usage of your ledger,
Mm.
Tally does not differentiate to you who is a supplier and who is a customer.
Okay.
So you have to single out, maybe you can use an initial to identify all your supplier or any code or anything
Mm.
to identify your suppliers from customers.
Okay.
Now, let's assume that you did not create any supplier. So you
Yeah, I
can,
have created one.
no, let's just assume you did not create. You can actually
Okay.
use the shortcut key to create from here.
Okay.
So you don't need to go back to gateway account info ledgers. You can create
Okay.
from here. You can just take your Alt C. Take note of the shortcut keys as I mentioned. Alt C
Okay.
is a shortcut key to create entirely, depending on where you are.
Okay.
You can create ledgers, you can create stock groups, stock items, any, depending on the position. So give a name to your vendor.
Okay. Supplier. Mm. Mm.
Okay. So you prepare it and save.
Mm.
Yeah, prepare and save it.
Sorry.
Prepare it and save.
Okay.
So it has to be 15 digits.
Okay.
Yeah, enter,
Yeah.
enter, come down. So dispatch to is like where the items came from before they are reaching your destination. Enter. So we have to create a purchase ledger here. This
Okay.
purchase ledger is the ledger that will take the transaction to the profit and loss account.
Okay.
So take Alt C to create it under purchase account. You can call it purchase.
Purchase account.
You can call it purchase account.
There is already a purchase account over here.
Yeah, this is the main account. Yeah, classify it under.
So I can just put in that.
Enter. Yeah, enter. Correct. So it is this account that will take the transaction to the profit and loss account, where you have what? Under cost of sales, you have purchase. So that
Okay.
particular purchase group that you selected is what will transfer the transaction to the P&L. So
Okay.
you can put your items now by just, you can click any letter on your keyboard and the items list will drop down, will come up.
Okay.
And you can still create items from there by just taking Alt C.
Okay. Mm. Should I mention the quantity and all?
Backspace, click backspace on your keyboard.
Okay.
Take main location. Main location can be like your warehouse.
Okay.
So create the put your quantity that you want to purchase. Put your price.
It's fine, no? Accept.
Enter. So you can add another item.
I think.
Put main location. Just press M.
Okay.
So put your quantity. Okay. So that is how you put your items.
Okay.
Enter.
Mm.
Enter. So come down, go backspace, backspace, one time. All right. So let's place VAT on there, LPO. So if you want to place
Okay.
VAT, you have to create a VAT ledger, Alt C. Though VAT has nothing to do with LPO. So we want to just
Okay.
create a ledger for that. Yeah, just put VAT under duties and taxes. So the group of VAT is duties and taxes.
There is no group called taxes.
Duties.
Sorry?
That is it up. I'm seeing it up. The third. Duties.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
VAT. That you can take normal rounding.
Which one?
Normal.
Normal. Okay.
Yeah.
Rounding limit.
You can give it, yeah, fine. Enter. Good. So you see the VAT is applied by default.
Okay.
So if we want to look at the layout of the LPO, you can take Alt P on your keyboard.
Come again?
If you want to look at the layout, how the LPO looks like, you can
Okay.
Alt P on your keyboard.
Mm.
Enter. So that's your LPO. You can take Alt Z to zoom.
Okay.
All right.
Mm.
This is how it looks like when it's
Yeah.
printed, including your logo is there. So
Okay, yeah.
any document that you are the one issuing, that your company is the one issuing, will carry a logo. Did you hear?
No, I didn't understand.
I'm saying any document that your company is the one issuing will contain your your company's logo. The document that your company is generating, if to someone else, will contain your company's logo on it.
No.
The document, like
Yeah, invoice.
yes. All right,
Yeah.
backspace, escape. Escape. So you can save Control A. Good. Now, when this LPO is sent to the vendor and a copy is sent to the warehouse, the vendor now will respond with what? The delivery of the item. So these items will go to the warehouse.
Okay.
And the items will be received by the storekeeper or the warehouse manager.
Okay.
And he's gonna cross-check the LPO and the physical item and will do the counting. And he is going to enter a document called goods receipt note, which is a document which shows the quantity and type of goods that he has received.
Okay.
So we are going to go to the goods receipt note, but unfortunately, it's not yet enabled. It's an inventory voucher. So you can go to your inventory.
Voucher. I need to go back, right?
Come again.
I need to go back, right?
Go to inventory voucher, yeah.
Stop journal.
Now it's not yet enabled. So go to features. F11.
Yeah.
And you will see down here, yeah, where your mouse is come, yeah, there. Come down.
This one?
Yes. Enable that option to yes. Use tracking numbers. Come down.
This one?
Yeah, enable that also. Go back up. Enable that for rejection. All right, come down and save. Yes, enable that, yeah. Save. Good. So you see the receipt note, Alt F9 is the shortcut key. So wherever you are and you press Alt F9, it takes you to your receipt note. Now, your reference number will be the number of the purchase order. So you give the reference number of the purchase order. That's there.
Yeah. 001.
All right, enter.
Yeah.
So whenever I want to change your voucher date, you just need to press F2. All right.
F2.
F2 is to change your voucher date.
Okay.
Yeah.
This will be like our receipt voucher date, right?
Pardon?
This voucher date will be the our receipt voucher.
Yes.
Or okay.
Enter.
Yeah.
So put your receipt note number again back.
Okay. One. 001.
Enter.
Yeah, 1 second. Yeah.
Yeah, put the same supplier.
End of first. This one?
Yes. Now this is where you link your purchase order and your receipt note. So you have linked the purchase order with the receipt note using that order number. Enter.
End of list?
Yeah, come down, end of list, enter. So you see the transaction being imported to your receipt note. Enter. Okay.
End of?
Yes. Now, probably the amount of quantity, the quantity ordered that is reflected on the purchase order, maybe not all came. Maybe for this item, only 9 units came. So you can be able to adjust the units here.
Okay.
You can be able to adjust the units here to 9.
Okay.
Because sometimes it can come, but maybe it doesn't reflect the requirement. So the stock manager rejected. Maybe
Okay.
this came 11, for example,
Uh,
and the other came 9 instead of 10, 10.
uh,
All right.
mm,
So the purpose of this receipt note is a document which reflects what will be attached to the purchase invoice for the company to make for the payment.
okay.
All right.
LPO should be tightly matched with the receipt note that we are entering.
Yes.
And
If-
once we physically checked from the store with the
Yeah.
LPO, we'll be matching this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Save.
Control A.
Good. So when this receipt note has been made, the
Mm,
storekeeper now will have to send to the office, and the purchase invoice will be entered by the accountant or by
okay.
the bookkeeper. All right.
Mm,
So the purchase invoice is an accounting voucher. You can go to accounting voucher, you can see there, or you can stay here and you take your shortcut key F9.
F9.
Takes you to purchase.
Sorry?
It takes you to purchase.
Okay, F9.
So you give the purchase number of the supplier's invoice. Can you
Like,
give any number for now? No, just like any number. That will be the number of the invoice sent to you by the supplier.
okay. Mm,
Yeah, select your number 1, come here.
this one, no?
Yeah. Enter. Enter. Good. Where is the item? It's not correct. Well, let me see. It's not correct, right?
Yeah.
So let's go back F9.
Mm,
So let's say this is our purchase invoice number. Our supplier is,
SBT.
was this the receipt note number? This is not the receipt note number. We need to go back to the receipt note and check. So let me say I want to go back to the receipt note. I'm going to come to my inventory voucher,
Okay.
my receipt note, and I'm going to press page up, and it will bring me the receipt note.
How we'll go to that?
I
First
go back to
voucher?
the voucher, receipt note, and I press my keyboard page up.
Okay.
So this you did not allocate the tracking number, that is why.
Okay.
That's why it's not come.
Okay.
Now we can save Control A. I will go back to our F9,
Mm,
the invoice number,
mm,
and you put the supplier.
mm.
Come now.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Mm,
So this is how the purchase invoice looks like. And you
okay.
can enter and you decide to make a narration. So immediately,
I have,
yeah,
sorry. It's like I have a question. This is not what we ordered, right?
No,
10 and 10 we
our order has changed because we ordered chairs 10 quantity, table
okay.
10 quantity. But when the storekeeper received, the storekeeper realized that the table came excess of one and the chair reduced.
Yeah. So if we want the exact 10 and 10, then what we'll send them back or what we'll do?
Probably you can receive 10 for tables and 9 for chairs and request one again.
Okay. So at that time, how we'll change the receipt and purchase order?
Normally, the receipt note will be entered against the LPO, but it will be entered for um, less chair.
Okay.
At that time, you will not prepare a receipt note again. Probably you will not prepare an LPO again.
Okay.
Yeah. When they bring the item, you enter the one.
Okay. So it
So
will
you
be
can give
like
the reference number of the LPO, which the one also was supposed to be included.
correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
It's like when we'll receive this, say for example, 9 chairs and 10 tables we are accepting.
Mhm.
And we are doing the receipt note against this LPO by
Yeah.
9 and 10.
Mhm.
So it will be look like one less.
Yes.
And we'll be invoicing the same thing, 9 and 10,
Yeah.
to the supplier.
Yeah.
It will be like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Hmm.
So you can give your description or narration. Probably anything that you want to write to reflect the transaction. Maybe
Okay.
being invoiced.
One came less,
Come again?
one came less, and one is
Yeah.
excess.
Anything that you wanted to write. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Same.
Yeah. See. So immediately you generate the purchase bill,
Mm.
a liability has been generated.
Okay.
So we go back to Gateway to see. Come to your reports. Come to your balance sheet. Enter. So you see current liability 200, which is
Okay.
because we
You
have
can.
not yet paid the supplier.
Yeah.
So you can trace it back to the bill.
Mm.
Remember, only a purchase and sales related transactions will affect your financial statement.
Okay.
So you can see your profit and loss. That same purchase has been recorded to 200. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So
What we have done in the vouchers and the invoices, LPO, everything will reflect in balance sheet and profit and loss account.
yeah.
Without anything done, right?
Mm.
Okay.
So now let's assume we want to make a payment.
Mm.
Go to our accounting voucher. The payment voucher is F5.
Five, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. to the supplier?
No, where you have account is where the money is coming from. So let's say you are paying from your cash account,
Okay.
but your cash account is empty. We don't have money in our account.
Okay.
So let's make a journal entry, or let's see if our bank account has money. We don't have money. Let's make a journal entry to put some capital.
Okay.
All right. So we come to our journal. Let's say we debit our bank. Now, if you look in your journal, your cash and bank, that is your contra accounts, are not reflecting.
What was the meaning of contra?
Your treasury account,
Okay.
cash and bank, they are not reflecting here.
Okay.
So we have to come to F12 and you see an option, allow cash account in a journal voucher. We enable it to yes.
Okay.
Now, if you look at our journal, it's having buy. Buy means debit, to means credit. So if we want debit and credit instead of to and buy, we come and enable it to yes also.
Okay.
Then we come down and you see buy and to, and you see cash and bank will appear, right?
Yeah.
Good. So we say we want to put in 1 million or it's 10 million as what our capital. So I'm going to put 2 here or credit. So do we have share capital here? So we put our share capital. All right.
Okay.
Then we save. Now we have money now to pay our vendors. So you go to your F5. And you put your supplier. So you can be able to see how much you are owing the supplier, 210 credit. So if you want to pay all, you put all the 210.
Okay. Or else we can change the amount.
Or you can put less.
Let it be.
Okay, so you put all the amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. $210. So you take enter. Now advance means you want to make advance payment. Against reference means you want to pay against a particular transaction. A new reference is like an independent, and on account is like on credit. So we select against reference to link to the transaction. Right? Save. So that's how you make the payment. So we have walked through 4 vouchers. I'm going to call their shortcut keys. We have walked through Alt F4. We have gone through Alt F9.
Okay.
We went through F9 and now F5.
Okay.
Hope that is clear.
Yeah. First we saw purchase ledger.
Purchase order.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Fine. Purchase order. Then receipt.
Note.
Receipt not. Then come
Purchase invoice.
Purchase invoice. That is
F9.
So
now pay.
F9. Okay. The payment is F5.
Yeah.
Purchase invoice is F9.
Yeah.
Receipt is F2.
Receipt is all F9.
That is also Alt F9. Okay. Okay, fine.
So any questions so far?
No, actually, this is okay.
All right, let's assume that maybe we intend returning back some items.
Okay.
Yeah? Supplier.
Okay.
Maybe we intend returning one table because we wanted 10 only. Maybe we don't have enough space. So we want to return one table back.
Okay.
So the very first thing is we have to remove that item out of our warehouse.
Okay.
So we go to our inventory voucher. We are going to see rejection out. Alt F6.
Alt F6.
So we put our supplier.
Okay.
And we put the table.
Okay. One.
Oh, we have one already. So we want to make against
Okay.
other one unit. All right. So we have made the rejection out. It simply means this is a document that is prepared by a storekeeper to show that goods are going out for return.
Okay.
So when you make the rejection out, we are going to send the items now to the supplier. The supplier will prepare a credit note.
Okay.
But to us, that document will be called a debit note.
Okay.
And the shortcut key to a debit note is Control F9. And this is an accounting voucher. So a debit note is a document that is used for purchase return and is prepared by the supplier.
Okay.
So we don't yet have it activated. So we have to go to F11
F7.
and we enable these features. Yes.
Debit and okay.
So we have it now.
Mm.
Now there are
Debit.
3 modes. We have the recording mode, which is debit and credit.
Okay.
We have the accounting invoice mode,
Okay.
which is used for service related.
Okay.
Then we have the item mode, Alt I, which is used for inventory.
Okay.
So we are preparing these based on the invoice number, and we are preparing to our supplier, or we are entering from our supplier. This is our tracking number from our rejection out.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So immediately you generate this debit note. The supplier will be owing you. You have a credit balance in the supplier's account.
Yeah.
So the reasons, provide bad details, yes. They're asking us reasons for the return. Maybe change in consideration.
Okay.
So immediately we have entered that debit note, there will be a credit balance allocated on the supplier's account.
Okay.
So which means we have to receive the money. If at all, we don't want to make any purchase again. But if you want to make any purchase, we'll just directly purchase the item again.
Okay.
So, but since maybe let's assume that we want to receive the money, so we are going to take F6 voucher.
Okay.
Maybe we are receiving by cash. This is our receipt voucher.
Okay.
So you see, this person is owing us 10 for the item that we return against the debit note. Are you there?
Yeah, yeah.
So we have seen 7 vouchers
Mm.
in the purchase cycle. One, the purchase order, the goods receipt note, the purchase invoice, the payment, the rejection out, the debit note, and the receipt voucher.
Also. Okay.
All right.
Mm.
So I want you to take your time again to maybe do your practice again before we continue.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I have one question. It's
Yes.
like debit note we'll be preparing,
Yeah.
and credit note the supplier will be preparing and giving to us, right?
No, debit note is given by the supplier. We are just entering. To the supplier,
Okay.
it is called a credit note, but to us, it's a debit note.
Mm.
All right. We are the supplier gives us, for example, the sales invoice also, but we are entering as a purchase invoice.
Okay.
Same way the supplier is giving us the credit note, but we are going to enter as a debit note.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
For them, it's credit note, and for us, it's a debit note.
Yes.
It's like for supplier and purchaser. It's like
Yeah.
that. Okay.
All right. You can do some practice,
Okay.
then we continue.
Okay.
So you see, that's why I told you we can use 30 minutes and or maybe less than 1 hour and go through purchase and sales cycle. So the
Yes.
most important aspect will be for you to practice.
Okay.
Yes, that is how tally is. You can learn it in maybe 2, 3 sessions, but you have to spend time in practice.
Yeah.
You have to know where the features are located. You have to be used to with the shortcut keys.
Okay.
Yes. So you can have some time to practice.
Okay. Thank you.
One minute. 1 minute. 20 words. What are you doing?